are live. I'm Todd from GoodCleanFunLife.com.
And I'm Toastie from the Starboard Restaurant in Dewey Beach, Delaware.
How you doing, Toastie?
Todd, I'm good.
We're...
A little just, I'm going to, wait, was that not a genuine question or is that rhetorical?
No. How are you? I'm concerned about you. Can I start
there's a lot going on. And over the course of the next 2 or 3 weeks, tons of things change.
Lot of changes coming.
Yeah. So we're trying to predict those as best we can.
Right? Anticipate, adapt.
Predict. Proper planning. Dude, it's a 5-0.
Somebody was just bad in Dewey.
Very clean police car.
Very clean police car.
That's right. We are bringing back cops here on the Dewey Raw podcast.
I like it. I like it a lot. We are coming to you recorded live. Look at this. Oh, man. Thank you. Little Tito's. Look, I got the shakes again, Toast.
It's the food. You just ate. It's alcohol.
I did. It's also
Meg.
Left-handed.
You're welcome. Enjoy.
Thank you, Meg, for bringing us some Tito's and soda. Masterfully made. Well, there are some police officers over at the carryout. I was just thinking that maybe we should invite them over but they're probably busy. They're picking up some
can't
food.
talk. They're like seasonal officers.
If you are not
authority, and you should listen to.
If you are not watching live on either Facebook or YouTube,
you can find us on
Spotify, Apple iTunes, Google Play. Wherever you find podcasts.
Can you get Google Play on an Apple device?
Yeah, sure. I'm going to say yes. Yeah, because you have all of the Google apps on iPhone.
But you can't get... What can't you get on an Apple?
Well, it might not be Google Play. I think it's Google Noise.
It's definitely Google Play.
It is
Either way.
We're
busy here. We're still good.
We're recording. We're coming to you live from the popular rail of the lower deck.
There are staff members yelling at me to get down.
Yeah,
which I appreciated.
I think that's pretty good. It's a liability.
And then I tried to invite them on, and then they said no.
And then that's a good way to get rid of them, is when Brian comes to yell at you, to then ask him to be on the show.
Have you ever had a genuine conversation with Brian Wright?
You know, it's funny. I actually had him run interference for a family, not issue, but a family figuring out just today when we rolled up. I held him in between me and producer Natalie to avoid any
this is fucking
tough confrontation.
Oh, it's beef.
Oh, tell him to come on.
Yeah.
We're recording. That's fine.
Hey,
you
buddy.
can go by.
What's up?
Joanne's awesome. Joanne is bringing some menus to some people.
But I'm doing the podcast, so I got to call you back.
We got a full dining room under the tent. Can we talk about the tent?
Not emergency. It's cleaner, huh?
It's nice.
A little more support. That old guy had been up since.
Had seen better days, perhaps.
When did we put that up? June?
March?
June.
June.
It would have been June of
2020.
2020, and we took it down.
June of the year that
you
shot
guys took it down on Monday. So a year.
It never came down in that time. No, you took the lid off of it.
We took the cover off a couple times through some storms.
Yep. And now we have a brand new tent, nice and clean.
Yep.
Industrial grade. It's a bit taller, I understand.
Yeah, mine likes tall tents.
And very roomy. It's another
huge circus guy.
It's another 10 feet, I'm gonna say, towards the highway. So more coverage, which is great as we're getting ready to
August showers.
Head into.
We said,
storms.
hey, we're getting into hurricane season. Let's put a brand new tent up.
And on day one, there was a tornado warning.
Yeah, dude, I swear to God, I can't make this stuff up. Very nice lady. There was a group of ladies with they must have had 30 kids.
Oh, here.
They're the rain started coming in, and they're we nailed this. We left the beach.
Mm-hmm.
Yada yada, we're here. one of the girls was like, "Oh my god, like the storm's coming and there's a tornado, something or other. Like this is exciting. I love this." And then everybody's phones went off, and she's like,
gosh.
"Toastie, we gotta move inside. Like there's a tornado warning." And I was like, "You just said you
Seek
love this."
shelter.
But we got everybody, you know.
So did you
Yep.
move the
Moved everybody inside. Anybody that's on the decks, we pushed them inside.
Yep.
We left Brian right up there because we figured
If anybody's going to weather the storm, it's going to be Brian.
it's gonna be him.
Yep.
And yeah, and then we waited till 3:45, like the weather alert said, and
Yeah.
it was sunny. They dried stuff off and right back to normal.
I
Except
think-
for G Love was here.
I think the Dewey Dome was in full effect yesterday for the G Love show.
So I was talking. Oh wait, I was talking to the servers. Jesus.
Whoa, you still with me?
No. So I
Here,
told
move your
you.
glasses. I worry that they clink on the microphone.
Good. And I was like, hey, we have to get these tables off the deck, like inside. Like, if you can ask your tables and you can ask your tables. Like, that would save me from asking 15 tables.
Yeah.
And one of the servers goes, I mean, what do you think the chances are that? And I was like, well, if it does, these people could die.
Yeah.
So we're going to not take that chance.
Right. We're gonna listen to the experts.
Or the alert on our phone.
You know, that's what they always say about like hurricane evacuation and stuff like that.
Way
Is
better with hurricanes than tornadoes.
the biggest problem is they tell everybody to move because they have a credible, danger threat,
Yeah.
and then the damage isn't that bad or something like that. So then the next time it comes around, people are like, I'm not gonna move all of the tables inside.
Yeah, but you have to balance that, right? Because you can't have people panic and leave all at once at the beginning.
Right. Yes.
Maybe
You have to control it.
Zima should put us in charge of evacuating places.
I think we would do just as good a job as anybody else.
Like the traffic, like
We're,
drive north.
we're all people.
Oh man, now the cops are at the host stand. I think he's flirting with the girls.
Oh, really?
Kinda.
Can we get a live shot over at the hostess stand
he's
to
a
see
pro.
them? So we did our little pre-show. We thank you, Fiesel, who loves the new tent. Probably because he's now tall enough, or the tent's tall enough for him.
And the new plastic smell is worn off. There's a nice breeze down here.
Well, we try to move around where we're recording from, again, much to your
It
chagrin.
drives me crazy.
And there's a good cross breeze right here. We can kind of survey everybody here in the new tent. We got the Team USA flags up,
How we
waving
doing?
behind us. We got the
won
shark.
soccer today.
We did win soccer.
I think Xander is in the lead golf. I don't know. I think play was suspended yesterday at some point, but
We have talking about the Guess we're still live. And we're back.
Did we nail it?
I think we nailed it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait for a second for producer Nat.
That must have been the
So we just had a tornado.
Flugelbinder. It happened.
We just had a tornado for everybody who's watching online. We're okay. We moved everybody inside.
I think you could be creating mass hysteria by announcing there was a tornado here.
You're right. George Orwell.
We just kicked the cord up.
Yeah. We forgot to plug something in.
Where were we though?
We forgot to plug something in.
Yeah, it's not my. I mean, I'm not at fault here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good day.
What were we talking about? What's happening this weekend?
Let's go right into what is happening this weekend.
Well, if you were here earlier for Skylar's amazing performance on Instagram,
I think that was fantastic.
Here's what we've got. We've got tomorrow night. Today is Friday. So tomorrow is Saturday. Chris and the Noise inside.
And the Noise.
Full band.
Little mistake we made last week, right? Didn't it? We said Kristen and the Noise, and it was Kristen Acoustic, but it's confirmed Kristen and the Noise. Saturday night.
Sunday night is Chris and Acoustic.
Yes.
But in the middle of those is the 19th Street Band on the deck at like 2:30-ish Sunday.
Always a good time.
Monday is another doozy.
A doozy.
A hotbed band.
The hotbed
They're back.
band
Second
boys
show of the year.
are back.
Here.
Yep.
Tuesday is comedy, but they don't let me come to that. Can't stop talking.
Did you get kicked out of comedy?
Once. So I'm like, I'm never coming back.
Yeah.
So now I just don't come back.
It's probably okay.
And I'm like, can't yell at me for not coming to work.
Yeah.
Wednesday, Lost in Paris.
Which has been fantastic on a week-to-week basis.
Yeah. They did drop their check that we paid them with on the ground.
Oh, funny.
And one of the neighbors was driving to work and saw me. She's like, I was hoping to catch you. I've got this check for Lost in Paris. So we have that.
That's funny. Hey, well, good for those guys.
They played for free.
Yeah. And then we did have G-Love last night, and it was fantastic to have him back and make it feel just like it did back in summer 17, 18, 19, and many years before that.
Was he here in 18?
He was here in 18. And then he wasn't.
Didn't he skip a year?
He played Freeman stage.
Maybe he skipped
summer
19.
Then we all skipped 2020.
We were here.
We were here. We were just talking about the tent.
Yeah, man.
How about that?
The cord kick really. This is how you know. I mean, we could be next level if we could have picked up where we left off.
What we talked about.
We need a whiteboard.
After the cord kick is that I'm including you in this, and that's unfair, but I'm really terrible at what I do.
I think it's because you're doing so many things.
I'm trying to do
that
it all.
It's sometimes difficult to focus on one thing.
And I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste Skylar's time.
You know what you need?
What?
You need like a Meg Laird.
Everybody needs a Meg Laird.
Like somebody that can make sure that like no matter how scattered you are doing whatever, like somebody's like always got most everything else covered.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what I need. We should
hire one.
We'll put it out now and in search of.
When's the last time you had an intern?
Maddie was our last intern. She moved away from me.
And can you not find another one?
She's irreplaceable.
Which is fine, but like, can you find another intern?
We had an intern for Natalie for a brief summer.
Like a photog or like a web design?
Web design stuff. Here's the thing about interns, and this is why I'm spoiled by Maddie. I love the idea. I want to teach people to be better at whatever craft they want to get better at, and if I can help them do that, I'm happy to do it. The problem is that it's like you're doing twice the work to get them up to speed.
And then they leave.
Yeah. And I'm not blaming them for,
I had an intern this year and she never really showed up. It was
really?
Pretty hilarious.
That's the tough part. So.
Maddie texted me, Skylar Cox with an X.
Perfect.
Oh, man, if I make him laugh, I'm good to go.
Good. I'm going to grab my notes. Thanks for sticking with us, everybody. Angry August. We talked about what's coming up.
Wait, did we talk about Angry August on Instagram?
I know, it's so confusing, isn't it?
This is where the Instagram thing loses me.
We were talking about Olympics.
Because if I can talk to you about something one time and be genuine and care, then I'm good.
Bike Week is coming up.
But when we start doing it twice,
yeah,
then it's like a
right.
The movie with Leonardo DiCaprio, and they're like in a dream, and a dream, and a dream, and a dream.
Inception.
That's what's going on, and it's very disturbing to me.
Yeah.
Distracting. Uncomfortable.
Distracting.
Disingenuous.
We're trying to be as genuine as possible.
So we're gonna get back to Angry August.
Okay.
We have today and tomorrow ends July 2021. August 1st, Angry August starts. A collective of Starboard employees, mostly men.
Turns out.
We grow mustaches for the month of August in silent protest of the...
So there's a phenomenon that happens every year.
In August.
Where...
people don't want their summer to end, so they're a little edgy.
Right.
That's probably the nicest way to put it, right?
That's a better way to put it. We've talked about kids start going back to college, so staffing becomes more strained. People are a little bit more, strung out with work.
People are strung out. Way to put that, Todd.
Is that worse than saying edgy?
Burnout?
Probably.
They're tired?
Yeah. Customers
strung out?
Customers.
They all are strung out. Like, fuck, man. Here we go.
Come on.
So anyways, we grow mustaches in a silent protest to all those people that are just kind of rude.
Yeah.
But also so we can look at each other and remember that we look ridiculous.
Yes.
And that we shouldn't take ourselves too seriously because we sell beer and eggs.
We sell beer and eggs. I think that should be the new T-shirt design.
I tell myself that probably once a week.
Yeah.
If I'm like...
I had an old... Now, we talked about the tornado, but I had an old construction manager who used to always say, get stressed out over deadlines and schedules and stuff like that. And it's like, hey, man, nobody's going to die over this. Like, unless there's a tornado and you forget to bring people in, nobody's going to die over this. So... yeah. Give yourself some grace.
I know, but
it's
sometimes...
a good way to put it.
Yeah. So we'll do the mustache then, which means I'll shave.
I like it. We touched on it last week, very briefly, about rumors around town. Are we going to talk more about rumors around town, or?
Not yet. We're getting closer.
Getting closer.
It's a long time. We're gonna have a long time to talk about that.
So, I do want to mention that we brought up our friend Tyler from Dewey Beach Surf Shop. We talked about the helptyler.org. We kind of mentioned what had happened, the community rallying around it. Somebody took a clip from our podcast and actually shared that. So
awesome.
Made the rounds, which I was very grateful for. I had, and then again, I was kicking myself and talking about how I'm really bad at what I do, because even in my notes, I had said the benefit that was coming up this past Tuesday, and I didn't mention it on the podcast last week.
It's because we're doing the double down on the Instagram thing.
Yeah, double down on the Instagram. But just as a quick follow-up, they had a wonderful thing up at Big Chill.
Yeah.
Number of guest bartenders and all this.
Huge support.
A lot of support, and from what I understand, a good amount of money was raised for our friend Tyler. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, Meg.
Oh, Meg's gonna.
Meg's walking around handing out checks. Yeah. So I think that's a great thing. But also another example of
community.
How grateful I am that anybody, Chopko, listens to this.
Your dad loves you, by the way.
Chopko, your dad loves you.
That was in the comments on Instagram.
Yes.
Yeah. So not to just blindly go back to another topic, but
Sure.
there's a project in the works down the street that we're still working on, completing, getting approved.
Yeah.
So, baby steps. Don't count your eggs before they're hatched, Todd.
Okay. I feel like I've heard that somewhere before. That seems like a wise statement.
Is it?
It's just a general. It's just as well as. Is that Benny? Benny has a Harley.
I think he sold it.
He's trying to sell it. He's going to get a boat with Todd.
Okay.
Does that sound like
a terrible idea?
Does that sound like a good idea to you? Hey guys, thanks for sticking with us. Thanks for watching. Do appreciate it. Thanks for listening.
You know what I think?
What?
I think this has been one heck of a summer, and it's only going to get better.
It's only going to get better.
I am interested to see what's going to happen, like in the fall.
Mm-hmm. When we have beautiful weather.
Norm's back. He hasn't been here in 6 months. The amount of people that relocated down here.
Right.
Kids are actual kids are going to go back to school in school. I think are all surrounding states
I'm
going
pretty
back
sure,
to normal school.
Yeah, it's like you had to choose back in the spring if you were gonna. So I think everybody's going back.
Like I wonder if people are going to go back to office buildings, or is everybody going to still work remotely?
No, I think not. I think not, but I think ultimately it would be a good thing. It's my personal opinion.
I could just get another job and work remotely from here.
I mean, we work remotely with things like this. We can do all sorts of craziness. Hey, we're gonna get to Employee of the Week.
Oh, had to make one up.
But while I put you on the spot for that, it's time for shout outs. So
Are you shouting people out, or am I?
You can shout anybody out that you want. There are a couple people that I want to shout out. I want to shout out Allie Taylor, AT, who had the presence of mind to come up to me to ask for a follow back. I appreciated that. On the Starbird Insta. We have a lot of employees here, and sometimes I try to follow all of the employees so that we can, share and take care of all sorts of stuff.
That's exciting. Who else?
Olivia looked very nervous walking by. I'm shouting out Josh Talent for his birthday, his actual birthday. How old is he? 20.
Josh?
Yeah. He's like 24.
Talent?
No. He is
30.
He's wise. It's his birthday, and he's wise beyond his years.
I don't know.
We don't need to dox his age. It's probably rude.
Oh yeah. Hey, what street you grew up on?
Yeah.
What was your pet's first name?
Right. Well, that's a whole different game.
We got to get the security answer.
Oh, I thought you were doing the porn name.
No, like if you log in to an account from a different device, you're like, oh, I got to answer these questions.
Yes. But that's also the game that you like.
Yeah, that's what hackers made that game, so you put it online so they know most of the answers to your security questions.
Are you kidding me?
No. Why else would they do it? Are you just figuring that out?
No. That game existed before the internet.
Did it?
It did. That was like a grade school game 30 years ago.
Porno names?
Yeah.
In grade school?
Yeah. Don't you think?
Keep it classy, Todd.
The classic the porno name game. When do you first remember playing that? It's like, what was the street you grew up in and your first pet? Okay, college. There was no internet.
Zuckerberg was sucking your info back then too, wasn't he?
No. And when I was in college, we still had dot matrix printers and orange screens with the blinking light.
Black screens, orange.
Yeah.
Orange. Was it green or orange?
It was orange. This is Towson University.
They had orange.
Yeah.
Terrible.
This is Towson University. Shout out Tigers.
Wasn't there a game?
You're still thinking about Employee of the Week.
It's gonna be you.
I want to shout out Lo at Rise Up for giving us fuel this morning. We went up there because we
What kind
were.
of coffee did you get?
I got a black coffee. Is it hot? Hot black coffee. I also had the Moscow mimosa. So it was essentially like a Moscow Mule and a mimosa together. It was
With a
fantastic.
hot coffee.
I had an alcoholic beverage first, and then I got a coffee to go. Do I have a problem?
I don't know.
Do I have a problem?
I think the first step is admitting it.
I'm asking somebody else if I have a problem.
I don't.
Do you have a question, producer Natalie? Oh, okay.
I don't believe I've ever had a cocktail
Before coffee.
followed by before coffee.
Well,
No, we have coffee.
it was between coffee. You've done cocktail coffee, probably.
If it's like one of those like weird like after dinner coffees where like you're like I don't know why I'm drinking this because I really want to go to bed. And what's up with that?
That's a perfect weird cultural thing that doesn't translate to us.
But those espresso martinis are good though. I know why we do that because they're delicious.
They are good. They are good. Last shout out goes to Nick Freeman, who posted up here for representing the Freeman stage
For G-Love.
for G-Love last night.
The glove. He's up here a bunch. He's a nice guy.
That guy's, I knew that kid when he was little. Now he's a full-grown adult.
I didn't think I. When did I meet him? It wasn't in this restaurant. It was in either DC for a Caps game or Vegas for a Caps game. Is that weird?
So is that a Caps game?
Yeah.
Vegas for a Cap?
Stanley Cup, dude. Remember that?
You went to a Stanley Cup game in Vegas?
Yeah, I did.
Wow. You're way cooler than I am.
Yeah. Jim bought Monty tickets for his birthday. And Jim was like, hey, like, can you go with Monty to the
Right.
Caps game? And I was like, well, if you're giving these tickets to Monty, like, I'm pretty sure he should choose who he takes. I was like, but if he has to be, then yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Monty was like, hey, you want to? I'm like, yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I already know it's coming.
I sat next to this guy on the airplane. Craziest airplane ride of all time.
Oh, really?
He was a big guy, and he had to get the belt extender thing. But then as we were landing, there was like some kind of weird cyclone in
Vegas?
And it felt like we were 20 feet above the ground, and the plane just went full 45-degree turn, 90-degree turn.
90 degrees.
And then flattened back out, and then we landed. I was like, okay.
Shoo. That sounds like a Final Destination
Scariest
maneuver.
landing ever. That might be the scariest one.
And we keep looking at producer Natalie.
Like,
And
keep saying, huh?
yeah.
We didn't want anything. We just looked over at you.
We're just looking at you. We like you. Thanks for listening. I do have a special message from Monty that I was going to plug into this, but then I kicked the cord and that kind of ruined everything. Maybe I'll try to add it at the end of this. We got a special message from Monty.
Put it on the Instagram.
I was supposed to tease that at the beginning. God, I'm terrible at what I do.
Hey, Dakin. See what this is going on here? You could have been our intern.
Yeah.
He's not even listening. Are you
and,
late?
And he doesn't have iPod.
You could have been our intern. You could have been our intern.
A lot to live up to.
Yeah. Opportunity squandered.
Maybe next Friday, huh? Next Friday. 1
Love it.
o'clock.
Love
Second
it.
internship. It's going to look great on his resume.
I like sitting up here. We get smiles from everybody, like taking stuff out. And, although they're kind of like smirks as they walk past us.
Yeah.
Like,
You got to read the people better. They're like, these guys are assholes. Look at them.
yeah.
Like,
that's-
they're like, nobody's fucking listening to that.
Right.
Piece of shit.
Right.
do you
Nobody
think they
cares
are?
about this dumb podcast.
Yeah.
Employee of the week. Last week was Jenna, and I'm going to spring this on you, but I told Jenna last evening we're going to give it Employee of the Week, announce on the podcast a Good Clean Fun hat until we run out. How about that?
Cool.
Do you have any shout outs?
Hey, Meg. if I had to give somebody Employee of the Week right now, and I'm trying to think back because it's only Friday. Was anybody outstanding last Saturday, Sunday? I mean, so it sucked because there's a lot of people that are.
So everybody's doing such a great job. I feel like if you had like a young guy and maybe this guy, you just see Rex.
Here we go. Hey, come here. Come here for a second. Here's our Employee of the Week.
I love it.
It's Tyler Swift, who just did a massive solid for a coworker.
Oh yeah.
Rex
Found
Lotito.
him.
Can you tell us about what just happened?
You picked up Rex?
Oh yeah. So I was going southbound, and Toastie told me twice. He's past the bridge.
I asked
south,
you fucking twice. You heard me.
twice. So I go past the bridge. I'm looking around for this guy, and I don't see him. And you get another call. Says, "Oh, he's in the north." And I was like, "Really?"
So what was the extent of the damage to the bike?
Flat tire. Simple.
Did he give you a tip?
No.
Wait, did you pick him up or fix the flat tire?
I picked him up and then drove him to All Wheels to get the flat tire and drop him off at his house. So I did everything in an hour.
That's a solid move. That's a solid
No
move.
tip.
Good team member. No.
You, sir, are a great teammate.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
That's what we're all about here.
Hey, do it
I'm going to his bar next time I'm here though.
Yes.
Have to.
Perfect. Hey, congratulations, and for being named spontaneously Employee of the Week, we're gonna give you a good, clean, fun hat.
Awesome.
Exciting,
Yeah, what's
exciting
your home
stuff.
address and tax ID number?
Can I text it to you? You have it. You have all my information.
Tax ID.
You got
number.
all of it.
Perfect. Thank you.
No problem, guys. Thank you.
Go back to being a good employee. That was perfect.
Yeah, perfect timing. See?
I mean-
there's no matter what, somebody around here is going to be doing something positive.
I think that's the thing, is you can just throw a rock and hit a good employee around here. Although I don't recommend throwing rocks.
And then we got this guy who's just randomly holding a waffle.
Which one is that?
That's Kieran
Who's the older one?
Reagan.
Reagan?
Yeah.
I got some great footage of him last night singing Biz Markie.
He just got a waffle in his hand, and then every customer in the restaurant's like, "What's that guy doing with that waffle?" I think some of the guys that
I bet.
some of the kids that have worked here for so long are just so oblivious that there's actual other people here that they don't realize that it's just a terrible look.
Want to get to
Right.
the bottom of it?
What are you doing with the waffle?
I don't know, man. Just had a waffle.
You notice there's like 75 people on deck staring at you like, what is that kid doing with that waffle, and why is it in his bare hand and not on a plate?
You know what? It's piquing interest, though. Keeping the people involved.
Yeah, they're like, we are never gonna order
I
a
don't
fucking
disagree
waffle
with that.
here.
It's piquing interest. I think I kind of want to just carry a waffle
It's
around.
a little mystery.
But would you order a waffle right now?
As long as it didn't come directly out of his hand.
I mean, it's like
Right?
2:30. Toast. No one's ordering a waffle anyway.
They could be ordering a waffle the rest of their lives.
Camp Ottawana?
Camp Anawana?
Today's show, as we're winding down, is brought to you by the Starboard
Stray
Waffle.
New sponsor. Here, you want it?
All right, are we done?
I think we're done. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching.
I'm
Sorry
out.
for the little hiccup in the middle. We got a special message from Monty that's coming up.
Does the Instagram thing get us more views?
No, but it gets us more awareness that it's happening. So more people.
But does that make the podcast better or worse?
It
Like
gets
our
more
flow,
people.
flow.
No, it's good.
So, I think here's the problem. You're worried about marketing, not just the podcast. You should be worried about just us,
Yes.
our banter,
Yeah.
not about all these other things.
Okay.
You gotta hire an intern.
We gotta hire an intern.
The
There he is, Chopko.
Chopko. All right, are we signing off?
We're signing off. We're gonna go give Chopko. Your dad says he loves you.
Have a nice day.
Don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy.
Todd, I'm figuring this thing out. You think too much on one side, I think too much